Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to an early edition of Cricket Happenings today morning. Well, as far as today's Cricket Happening show goes, as I told you yesterday, I'll be there with the first day's play report on the first test match of the two-match test series which started between Pakistan and Sri Lanka today at Galle. And one has to safely say, as far as this particular day was concerned, the first day of this series, well, it definitely belonged to, in fact, Sri Lanka were the ones who actually rattled Pakistan by getting 3 wickets for 56 runs in the morning session, with a lot of movement available for the pace bowlers. And I thought that they definitely missed Suranga Lakmal, but Shaminda Iranga couldn't be among the wickets. So Damika Prasad was the one who actually beautifully bowled. In fact, he really made good use of the initial conditions there, and Pakistan were the ones who actually won the toss and elected to bat. But Damika Prasad really made the Pakistan captain ponder as to whether he had made the right decision to actually win the toss and elect to bat. Because what Damika Prasad did, as I said, is that he actually made very good use of the conditions that were prevailing. There was a bit of cloud over there, so the cloud cover really helped the ball to move around, and Damika Prasad was absolutely adept in actually moving the ball away from the batsman and also getting the ball to come in. And basically he was the one who actually rattled Pakistan with 2 quick wickets, sending both the openers Khurram Manzoor and Ahmed Shahzad back to the pavilion in pretty quick time. With as I said, his in-swinger was the one which really had the Pakistani batsmen really getting their losing their wickets, as the first wicket that he took was of Ahmed Shahzad. Now Ahmed Shahzad got a ball which jagged in, and Ahmed Shahzad was beaten by the pace in the moment, and he was gone. Bowled by Damika Prasad for 4, and then Khurram Manzoor and Azhar Ali took the score on to 19, and that was the time Khurram Manzoor was the next one. As I said, Damika Prasad was bowling in the right areas, making good use of the full conditions that were actually prevailing over there at Galle, and he initially got good seam movement, and well, his pace also it was also a bit quick, and Khurram Manzoor was again beaten there. Once again, another jagging in delivery, and Khurram Manzoor was sent packing to the pavilion. LBW bowled Prasad for 3, and and both the openers were back into the pavilion with the score on 19. Azhar Ali was there, but Azhar Ali was really searching. He was also, it was pretty tough out there, and Azhar Ali had to actually negotiate the movement that Shaminda Iranga and especially Damika Prasad was generating through the pitch. And with all those things, Younis Khan came in and joined Azhar Ali. Now Azhar Ali, as I said, he really struggled, but despite the struggle, we definitely saw Azhar Ali play some handsome cover drives, and Younis Khan started slowly giving him company, as the situation was something where both the batsmen had to really get Pakistan out of this very tight situation. After that, well, everything seemed to be the score seemed to be pushing along, and the score went on to 56, and that was the time Rangana Herath, the left-arm spinner, was bowling, and Rangana Herath, the left-arm spinner, generated a lot of turn and bounce onto the pitch, and Azhar Ali was a victim, as he actually got a wonderful delivery from Rangana Herath, a real ripper, one could say, because it was pitched on the, I thought it was pitched on the middle end leg stump, and it went on to hit the off stump of Azhar Ali, as Azhar Ali, after making 30 runs and 5 fours, was back into the pavilion. And this was the session where Sri Lanka totally dominated. But after that, the next 2 sessions totally belonged to Pakistan, as it was a wonderful partnership between Younis Khan the war veteran for Pakistan, and Misbah-ul-Haq, the captain, as both of them put their heads down and knew that they had a huge responsibility on their shoulders, and that's what they precisely did. They got Pakistan out of a very tight situation at 56 for 3. Younis Khan, well, he was growing in confidence. He was playing his strokes absolutely with ease, and he was easing the ball through the offside. He played some very good cover drives, which he is a very good driver of the ball, as we all know. And Misbah-ul-Haq was absolutely playing second fiddle to Younis Khan, just keeping the bowlers away. Younis Khan, well, he really played some beautiful strokes, and he also targeted the right arm off spinner Dilruwan Pereira more than Rangana Herath. I thought Dilruwan Pereira was the one who could not really stick to a good line and length, because Younis Khan was pretty severe on him. He was not afraid to use the feet. He deposited him for a 6, and there was one particular phase where he actually swept him for a boundary, lofted him for a boundary, drove him for a boundary, and there were 3 consecutive 4s taken off him, and the partnership had yielded 100 runs at that particular moment, and the score had reached 156. So exactly, it was a century partnership, and that was the time Rangana Herath came and bowled a beautiful delivery. What a delivery that was to Misbah-ul-Haq. The ball was actually, I thought it was actually pitched on the line of the stumps. It actually beat the push, I would say, of Misbah-ul-Haq, the Pakistan captain, and the ball actually took the edge, and it was gobbled up by Niroshan Dikwala, the wicket keeper behind the stumps, and Herath was the bowler, and Misbah-ul-Haq was gone, 31 with 2 4s. And at least, you know, there was a semblance of respectability onto the Pakistan total at 156 for 4. In walked in Asad Shafiq. Well, Asad Shafiq walked in. He is a person who likes to play aggressively, but he knew that the situation was not tailor-made. He decided to give company to Younis Khan, and in the company of Asad Shafiq, Younis Khan went to a greater thing here. He went on to reach his 24th Test century. In fact, he played some wonderful strokes, as I said, and he went on to reach his 24th Test century, thus equaling the former batsman Mohammad Yusuf's record of 24 Test centuries. And now Younis Khan stands at 24 Test centuries in level with Mohammad Yusuf, and there is only one person who is ahead of him as far as Test centuries are concerned for Pakistan, and that is Inzamam-ul-Haq. Inzamam-ul-Haq has the maximum number of centuries for Pakistan, which is 25. So Younis Khan has just one more century, and he would be holding the proud record of being the having the highest number of Test centuries for Pakistan. And why not? Younis Khan definitely deserves it. So he's just 1 century away from that to equal the record of Inzamam and then go past him. Well, Younis Khan definitely deserved the century, and I thought Younis Khan was the one architect today. If at all one saw that Pakistan recovered, the first session definitely belonged to Sri Lanka, but the next 2 sessions definitely belonged to Pakistan. As after that century partnership, Younis Khan with his bat rode his way down to an unbeaten 133 at stumps with 11 4s and 1 6, and after reaching a century he played some glorious strokes there. And Asad Shafiq, well, he cut well, he also pulled well, and he also used his feet well to put Pereira into the stands for a 6. And finally Asad Shafiq, as I said, really chiseling in this partnership from 156. This partnership now is worth 105 runs towards close of play, with Asad Shafiq remaining not out on 55 with 6 4s and 1 6. Younis Khan at stumps was not out 133 with 11 4s and 1 6. And Pakistan definitely snatching the honours back away from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka definitely dominated the first session of the game, but the next 2 sessions definitely belonged to Pakistan, as Pakistan ended up at close of play on the first day of this first Test match here played at the Gala International Stadium against Sri Lanka, with a very good score on the board of 261, recovering very well. at 261 for 4 before 2 more overs were there for the day to finish, but that was the time bad light stopped play and play was called off. So after 88 overs, Pakistan stood at 261 for 4. Looking at the bowling figures, and Pakistan still have some batting to come in the form of Sarfraz Ahmed, the wicket keeper. Abdul Rahman can bat, and then they have the tail, Mohammad Tala Ajmal and Junaid Khan. But let's have a look at the bowling figures. Damika Prasad for me was the best bowler today. 16 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 54. The other best bowler was Rangana. He had 26 overs, 6 maidens, 68 runs and 2 wickets. Shaminda Ranga was wicketless, 19 overs, 11 maidens, 30 runs and no wicket, but he still bowled well. And Angelo Matthews, 11 overs, 4 maidens, none for 22. Dilruwan Pereira, right-arm off spinner, was targeted especially by Younis Khan, never allowing him to settle down to a good line, and the figures really reflect that. 15 overs, 1 maiden, none for 73. Vitanake bowled 1 over for 10 runs, and that was the match situation as far as the first day's play is concerned. Now, let's leave from here, and I'm also going to end my cricket happenings, but before that, let me see whether I can give you some cricket news. Yes, we all know that tomorrow the fourth Investec Test match between India and England is about to start. It's going to be played at Manchester in Old Trafford, and I'll be there definitely to talk about that. But due to paucity of time today, I wouldn't be able to do any preview. But yes, as I said, injury worries are there for both the teams, and whether tomorrow would be the day that Ravichandran Ashwin would have a first crack at the English batsman. In the sense, would he be playing? Things suggest that Shikhar Dhawan might be the one to be dropped. And one good news coming India's way right now, but not really confirmed, is that Bhuvneshwar Kumar is definitely recovering. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar, we all know what a role he has played as far as India is concerned in this particular series, both with bat as well as ball. So it's very essential that Bhuvneshwar Kumar gets fit, and only hopes on that. Well, other than that, dear fans and subscribers, I think it's time for me to really wind up this cricket happening show for today. Unfortunately, due to short of time, I have so that's the reason. Due to paucity of time, unfortunately, after giving this first day's play report, and no, that's the precise reason I came early in the morning today to give you this cricket report. And you guys have been pretty tremendous, and I definitely see that yesterday's Sanju Samson's induction into the Indian team has got me a lot of views. Thank you very much. Really enjoyed that. And keep going, dear fans and subscribers. And your host Ram is always going with you on the Cricket Happening show. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, I'm concluding this Cricket Happening show of mine, but promising you once again that your host Ram will be back tomorrow with the match between England and Sri Lanka and Pakistan, and also the first day's play between India and England, which is the Investec Test Series, 4th Test match starting at Manchester in Old Trafford. That's about it for the present, dear fans and subscribers. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye, and all of you have a great day. Thank you.